Hello, welcome to Dry Creek Beekeeping. Today I'm going to be checking on this hive for the third time this year. And hopefully also I'll be putting the second box on my hive. Now before I begin, I'd just like to say it is 8 p.m. right now, and I never recommend beekeeping at this time because the bees will stop flying around once the sun sets, and then it's very hard to get them off of you. Alright, so I got the box here and everything seems to be fine. First things first, I'm going to look here, see how they're doing. I mean, they look to be doing pretty well. Keep in mind, the sun is setting right now. I'm just going to move a few of this grass out of the way so that they have unrestricted flight path. So what I'm looking for here is to see that 7 out of 10 frames have brood on them. If 7 out of 10 frames have brood on them, that means they are good for a second box. Okay, so you may notice there's a little bit of wax up here. I'm just going to take some time and scrape some of that off. So now these girls are going to be pretty mad just because of the time of day. So I'm going to take one of the outer frames out. Here, actually I'm going to show you guys this real fast. Look how many bees there are. There are a ton of bees in there, and they're sticking their heads up between the frames. That shows me that some of that brood has already hatched. So this will be a good representation of what the hive is going to act like. And immediately, slightly aggressive. But it's not too bad. So I'm taking one of the middle frames out first. So those cells that are sticking out really far, those are drone cells. And then all the rest are just normal brood cells. And this is actually a really good brood pattern. So looks like everything is in good shape. And look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so remember how I said the queen was albino? Guess what? All the newbies, they have very little black on them. And their eyes are slightly red too. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. They're also super fluffy right now because they're new. But that is so cool. I love that coloration on them. Here. See that? See them? The new ones? Oh, that is so cool. I love that. I love that. That is awesome stuff right there. You don't see that every day. Put the frame back in. And now that I can see that they are doing well towards the middle, I'm going to check the outside frames. Just one of them, just one. I want this to be a quicker thing just because it's turning into night right now. Look at how much capped honey there is. Holy cow. That's a lot. And I know that's not from just those previous frames that were in here. I know that some of that is actually them. So now, based on what I saw and how many bees there are, I'd say it's a pretty good time to put this on. So it's time to add the second box. And there it is. So this box here is completely homemade other than the frames. And the frames, again, have already been built on. They already have some capped honey and stuff on them. That's just from my previous hive that died this winter. and I'm just reusing it. It'll give them a boost and it'll push me towards putting a honey super on fairly soon. Now, what I just saw here, that is the last time that I'll actually look at this bottom box unless something starts going wrong with this hive. I don't want to mess with them too much, and that means that I'm probably not going to take this off anytime soon. Unless they die, or like I said, something bad happens. Already bees are starting to push their way up through the frames, and right, there we go. It is done. Now I have a 2-story box and a 1-story box. So, to recap what I saw, I have a very, very strong hive. They are doing beyond my wildest imaginations. And they're very calm, actually. Given that it's this time of night and there's actually a low pressure system coming in, they are extremely calm. And also, I think this is the earliest I've ever put a second box on one of my hives, which is so amazing, given that I got this hive 2 weeks later than I expected that I would. At this rate, I could expect to put a honey super on by possibly the end of June, if not earlier. And also, it looks like all of the workers of this hive are going to have a unique coloration, which is awesome. I love cool stuff like that. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoy the content that I'm creating. And if you have any questions or comments about beekeeping, be sure to put them in the comments. See ya!